Hello everyone, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are looking at the October love reading for the sign of Libra. Sign of the scales, air sign. How you doing, Libra? Now this is going to be a love reading into anyone who's looking for love, calling in love. Maybe you're in a situation where you're trying to get out of an old love connection, right? Whatever the case may be, we're talking about relationships, love for Libra for October. Now, you know this reading can't be for all Libras, so just take what resonates with you. Throw the rest away. And let's get right into it, my lovely Libras. A lot of my best friends in life have been Libras. I'm a Sagittarius, but I do adore you guys. Past life relationship. And we have flirt. Haha. Something that you excel at, Libra, right? Flirting. Some of the best flirts I've ever encountered in my life have indeed been Libras. All right, just very, very adept at it. I love it. But let's go ahead and get right into your animal spirit cards for the week. For the month. If you hear any background noise, I'm sorry. I do live in a city. It can't be helped. But let's go ahead and check out. Now, the animal spirits we're pulling now are going to be different from the weekly readings that I do, where they can really indicate anything from events and stages in your life to energies and people. But here we're just pulling on the two animal spirits to see what you and your possible significant other are resonating with in terms of your own feelings this month, right? Where your head or your heart is, right? So let's get right into it, Libra. Oop, upside down, here we go. The black egg. All right, so the black egg is associated with the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra. So again, we're talking about communication. Interestingly enough, a lot of the monthly readings for October are talking about communication. It's a running theme, opening up communication. And we have the spider, the card for Dharma, right? We're going to get into both of them. Spider, of course, is earth energy. That upside down triangle with the line through it is the alchemical symbol for earth. So let's go ahead and just look at these two. The black egg, right? The black egg at the top of the card is the circle, which is associated with the alchemical symbol for ether. All right, I just turned it off for a second because there's so much noise. I think a fire engine was going by. But yes, speaking with an authentic voice is what the black egg really is all about. And yeah, the symbol at the top is this alchemical symbol for ether. So it's associated with the 7 mystical objects or mythical beasts associated with the ether element. And so the black egg talks about the truth. Right? It contains life's essential treasures, which is the truth. Communicating the truth, right? Inside the black egg, there isn't any confusion or excuses. There isn't any small talk, right? This living, breathing vessel, it's considered, is harboring only the truth, right? Only things that ring true. So when we talk about the black egg being associated with the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra, right? We're talking about an inability to be false with people, to breathe lies. We're talking about also the ability to write, read. We're talking about communication, teaching, singing, public speaking. All of these things are associated with the black egg, right? The concept of the truth itself draws us in. The black egg draws us in the sense that books draw us in, songs draw us in. When we communicate, we listen to a storyteller, right? It draws us in. Why? Because we seek to know something. We seek to know the truth of something, the reality of something. And so the black egg can draw you in this way. So when you have an access to black egg, the energy of the black egg, oftentimes this is when you're going to be very unsure of yourself. You're going to come across as being very unsure. Also, this will be sometimes those who will engage in gossip, right? They'll engage in repeating stories and ad-libbing and things justifying their position or their subpar behavior. All of this kind of really messy, low vibrational energy is associated with someone who has not tapped into the black egg. They have not opened up their throat chakra and connected it to their heart. So this reconnection is what the black egg reminds us of. And certainly when it's coming into our lives, it's talking about the need for the truth to be spoken in all things, certainly when it comes to issues of the heart. Now, when we have, interestingly enough, we have the earth energy of the spider also. And this is actually quite complementary to the black egg, because the spider talks about creating prosperity through your life's work, or otherwise known as dharma. Okay? So Dharma is when we live our life according to our moral center. When everything that we do, all the steps that we take, right, are always done in line with our moral center, our spiritual center. The spider is an ingenious creator, and its greatest gift is weaving this thread of dharma through everything that we do, through its whole life, right? And so it weaves this thread, and it ends up with this really immensely strong, supportive web of actions, right? Web of actions that he's taken. This is somebody who is not regretful of the things they've done, because they've been very meticulous and methodical about ensuring that everything they do is in line with their dharma. This provides immense financial and spiritual support for someone, right? So this is a really nice energy to deal with in a relationship. The spider is extremely hardworking. It never really gets impatient or tired. It doesn't get impatient of following dharma. It doesn't get impatient of weaving these little steps. You know what I mean? There is a real sense of true understanding and calm and knowingness that the spider has in terms of trusting itself. It trusts that it will make the right step, and it does. You know, it's a succession of steps that create such a beautiful web. You know, and the spider doesn't necessarily plan it out from the beginning. These are all just steps that are so in line with its moral center that, of course, it creates a pattern. Otherwise, there will be chaos. You know, sometimes if you made a move that was along your true code, and then the next move you make is simply because you're being lazy or you want to accomplish something quickly, there wouldn't be a pattern. It would be chaos. So this is the nature of this spider. It's such a beautiful animal spirit, and the way, really, the essence of what the spider represents and its web is really just so perfect, right? Being process-oriented rather than results-oriented, your work will eventually create a beautiful, beautiful, magical tapestry. Abundance naturally follows. Financial security naturally follows. And, of course, spiritual security naturally follows. So, we're talking about past life relationships and flirt. I want to say, I'm going to switch these two, because it's almost as if flirting is being honest about your feelings, flirting being reveling in your sexuality, embracing your sexuality, your sensuality, your ability to attract a mate or attract a lover. These are wonderful things that we have as human beings that we're able to consciously enjoy them. And part of enjoying it is tapping into that fifth chakra or that black egg in the sense of being honest about your feelings. I want to say past life relationships is certainly associated with the spider card, in the sense the spider is all about dharma. And so when you live a life of dharma, you also live a life of good karmic repercussions, being able to regain connections with past life relationships is definitely part of that, because you're open to that. You're healthy, right? And so it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see what your 9-card spread says for this month, my lovely Libras. We're going to get into looking at affirmations, reaffirmations, warning signs. We want a nice clean reading for October for Libras in the area of love. our lovely air signs. I've had so many good Libra friends in my life. Really appreciate you as a collective, right? Yeah, we got a nice focused set of cards here. Let's get ready to get right into your spread, Libra 1. Ace of Pentacles, nice. Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. All right. Then we have Six of Swords. Center card is Lovers. Oh, that's so good. There you go. The center card, of course, is the essence of the reading for the month, followed up with that beautiful Six of Cups. So you're building on memories for sure. Definitely past life relationship is indicated. There's that Tower card. It did show up, almost flipped over. A different card flipped over, but I did notice the Tower card in the shuffle. I was wondering if it was going to come in. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So this month is all about really, there's an undercurrent. You know, the bottom of the deck card, it's just an undercurrent of energy that will be in your month. And so this month we're talking about High Priestess energy, which is all about intuition and self-confidence, right? I mean, intuition and self-confidence are hand in hand. When you listen to that inner voice when you listen to your inner voice, you truly listen to it and follow what it is telling you to do, no matter how difficult sometimes it may be for you. And we're not talking about the ego voice. The ego voice is different than the intuitional voice. The intuitional voice comes from a gut, not from the head. It doesn't come from thinking or feeling bad or trying to compete or anything like that. It doesn't come from a value system, which is where ego comes from. It comes simply from a gut feeling. When you begin to follow that and then life reaffirms that you were correct, this is how we build self-confidence. And so that's why the High Priestess is also one of the highest cards in the deck for self-confidence as well as intuitional ability, right? So, my lovely Libras, let's get right into the top line. I'm going to jump in because there isn't really the predominance of any kind of suit. It's really kind of all over, but we do have Lovers at the center. So, of course, this is really beautiful for a love reading. It means that this month is indeed about the actual connection, right? But it starts off with an Ace of Pentacles. So some of you are starting off perhaps in a new career, right? In a new career, a new project, something that's going to be bringing you money, something that's going to be bringing you abundance. Remember, the spider has weaved a web that brings in financial security and spiritual security. This Ace of Pentacles could very well be an opportunity that has come in on the heels of a lot of hard work that you've done, right? It's a good opportunity. It's an opportunity that sings to your heart. Why? Because the Knight of Wands is in, and the Knight of Wands comes in with enthusiasm for creativity. The Knight of Wands comes in with enthusiasm to remind you that yes, you should follow your dreams no matter how eccentric they are. He gives momentum to our dreams, right? He gives support to our dreams. He's the person who's sort of the cheerleader for you, right? He helps you move along towards your dreams as well, right? The Knight of Wands is extremely sort of He's supportive in the realm of fire. So he's supportive to help you stoke your fire when you're getting a little bit down, right? Or when you're getting a little bit sort of like, we all have those moments where we're trying to achieve something and it takes a long time to achieve it. And we begin to feel sort of like disheartened, right? Or down, or our self-confidence begins to wane. The Knight of Wands is right in there to boost you back up. And this is a really great feeling. I'm going to say this is a person who comes in for you. All right, this could very well be a person who's riding with sort of spider energy in that sense that they're able to come in and support you a bit spiritually. And then you have a Queen of Cups energy here as well. And so the Queen of Cups is talking about really being touch with your feelings and expressing them. And so I want to say that you're resonating with this energy in the sense that it'll be very important for you this month, Libra, for you to be honest and open and clear about about your feelings, about what you want and who it is you are. The Queen of Cups is, of course, the essence of that. She is the Cups court card that just talks about so below as above, right? So the feelings below, deep down in her heart, are shown above on her face, on her countenance, on her expression, on everything that she does, on the way that she conducts herself. All of this is extremely sort of reflective of who she is. You would say that her black egg or her fifth chakra is wide open because she communicates only the truth of her feelings and who she is. Right? This is very important for you right now, Libra, this October period. Also, if you're going to make the most of this financial opportunity coming in, it'll be very important. And when I say financial, this could be an artistic opportunity that brings money in as well. Right? You may be an artist or someone who has been commissioned. You may be a musician and you're going on tour. Whatever the case may be, this could very well be a highly creative endeavor that speaks to your heart as well. So embodying Queen of Cups is very necessary. Your Knight of Wands is certainly coming in. And like I said, this could be your lover, right? This could be your current lover, or this could be someone who turns into a lover. But this is really your ride or die. This person is coming in to help you. And so later on in the month, you begin to understand the need, here we go, for communicating in a very harmonious way. This has really been, I just did the reading for Scorpio and it was so beautiful. And this reading is also beautiful, Libra. You decide to move towards harmony with this Six of Swords. Some of you will actually be moving. And I'm going to say you're going to be moving toward a place, either physically or spiritually in your, I'm going to say physically, some of you will be moving to an environment that is much more harmonious and calm compared to where you've been. The Six of Swords talks about leaving trouble behind, deciding to leave the worst of a particular situation behind, turmoil behind. You're leaving Five of Swords behind. The Five of Swords energy is just combative, right? Some of you may indeed be leaving a relationship for someone new, for this lover's connection. Of course, the Lover's card is the card for Gemini. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini. But the Lover's connection, this is a past life connection. And it's interesting that it's coming on the heels of a Six of Wands. I'm going to say also with the Six of Cups, you see we have two sixes flanking the six. These are three sixes in a row. Look at this. All right, that's the other aspect here when we're talking about three sixes in a row. Right? That indicates true harmony, working to absolute harmony and balance, which is the nature of who you are, Libra, to a certain degree. So you choose to move towards harmony and a love connection, and you choose to build on that. I'm going to say the Six of Cups indicates that this connection is someone you've known for a while. Libra, I'm going to say some of you are leaving a current relationship for a friend who has become a deep, deep love connection. Okay? Some of you are certainly leaving a relationship for that. And I'm going to say for some of you, certainly this has happened because most recently when nobody was in your corner, this friend was in your corner. This person that you're going to be connecting with, the Lover's card here, this was the one who resonated with Knight of Wands and came to your corner and came to your aid and came to sort of buoy you up when nobody else was there to buoy you up. And as a result of that, you have decided, some of you I'm going to say, and I feel this very strongly as part of the intuitive reading, you're going to be leaving the trouble and the angst and this very mediocre, wishy-washy relationship maybe that you've been having behind for this Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands is going to turn out to be a friend or a close friend, perhaps somebody you've known your whole life even. And it turns out that this person is really indeed your soulmate connection. Very, very, very interesting, very beautiful. Must have your fifth chakra engaged in terms of being very, very truthful and honest about your heart's desires. Certainly coming in with that Queen of Cups, we're talking about that. Only if you do that will you be able to have the strength to get through this and to call in your Knight of Wands, because of course your person has to know how you feel about them too. You can't expect them to suddenly know this if this is a new thing. All right, so let's go down to the third row. Wow, Libra. Woo, you're going to break somebody's heart this month. What do we have? Knight of Pentacles. So there you go. You decide to go after your Ace of Pentacles, right? After, and I'm going to say this is quite specific, Libra. I want to say that your person has come in. They've supported you. This opportunity has come in. You weren't really sure. After going through all of this, you decide to grab it. And you resonate with Knight of Pentacles. You say, that's it. Yep, I'm going to take it. I'm going to look at this aspect. The opportunity has come in. You move away from a person or an environment. And I'm going to say this is a relationship, I'm pretty sure, that's been really, really kind of not good for you, not helping you be the most that you can be. And as a result of leaving this relationship, you find that, yes, I'm going to take this opportunity right here. I'm going to move on with it. First, I had to get away from this person who kept bringing me down. I was never going to be able to make the most of a good opportunity here while I was being held back. So you pause halfway through the month and go through this, and then towards the end of the month, you seize the Ace of Pentacles and you move forward. Thanks for bearing with me. I wanted to fix my camera. It wasn't focusing. So the Knight of Pentacles is, although it is one of the slowest pentacles in the deck, knights in the deck, excuse me, it will not stop until it's accomplished its task. And so when you decide to seize this Ace of Pentacles later on in the month, you do seize it with the intention of completing the task. You find it, you've put your whole sort of commitment behind it and everything in terms of wanting to move forward, right? And this is all as a result of everything that I've said here that you'd be going through. And so in return, after this, there is a tower moment that comes. And the tower moment, oftentimes, the tower moment can come in a way that, this is the thing with the tower. A lot of people think that the tower moment automatically means that everything in your life is going to crumble. That's not necessarily true. The tower represents our thoughts, our ideas of life, our ideas of who we are and of how we think the world works. And so when divine and the lightning and all of the cards is really a traditional archetypal symbol of divine, the divine coming into your life in a way to make things happen, for your events to happen, for you to experience certain things that suddenly make this tower that you've relied on crumble. It no longer applies. Your experiences don't mesh or don't support this tower that you've built up. Now, sometimes when this tower comes down, it can be very disruptive because it can really, depending on how much you've based your life and really held on to these beliefs, it can be earth-shaking. It can mean that everything around us certainly crumbles, relationships and things of that nature. But sometimes when the tower moment comes in, it's just an awakening. It's an epiphany. And it doesn't necessarily mean that everything around us falls apart, but it does mean that our narrow view of life that we've been holding on to does crumble. And how you handle that is really up to you, right? Sometimes if you handle it well, right, and you're strong enough to handle that, it doesn't mean that everything around you has to crumble. It just means that everything around you has to adjust to the new view you have of life. And I think a lot of what happens this month does result in a tower moment for you because you realize certain things about yourself, right? You realize certain things about who you are as connected to your personal ambition, as far as your career, how you make your money, how you get through life, who you are, right? These things are associated with money oftentimes because these are the things we all want to be doing, something that we love, right, as our career, as our life's ambition. But that thing always has to somehow also bring in some kind of money or sustenance or abundance for us to be able to live. And so oftentimes when we have these kind of moments, like this opportunity coming in, I think for a lot of you Libras, you may have thought that it was too late for this opportunity for you. This particular opportunity is going to be different for a lot of you Librans, but it may certainly for a lot of you be something that you never really thought you'd have a chance to do, or that would be presented to you. It's another reason why the Knight of Wands comes in to support you, because maybe you are lacking a little bit of self-confidence, right? Another reason the High Priestess comes in. And so when you go through all of these things this month and you have this self-confidence to leave this situation, I want to say a lot of it hinges on this Six of Swords, which is why the aspect is the way it is, which is why we have the opportunity presenting itself and your decision to take it. You know, both of these occurrences are flanking this decision to move away from a difficult relationship, right? It's almost as if leaving has made way for all of this. And now this self-confidence that's coming in, this love connection, is causing this Tower moment in a very good way, because you come out of it with a Three of Pentacles, which is basically people begin to come in and let you know and reaffirm to you. You get kind of a vindication and an affirmation that you are on the right path. People are noticing your work. Very quickly, the affirmations and reaffirmations that you made the right decision here do come in with this Three of Pentacles. Because Three of Pentacles talks about putting mind, body, and soul into everything that you do, works, right? When you put your mind, body, and soul in, and you make that commitment as you have here, the universe very oftentimes will very quickly bring in reaffirmations that you're on the right track. And the fact that, and like I said, for some of you, this is going to be associated with something to do with an artistic endeavor. So it makes perfect sense that you begin to have more of an audience here as you follow this dream. All of which is also being made with this love connection. At the heart, of course, is the love connection. But what it's bringing in for you this month is so profound and beautiful and resonates with such great change that it is really lovely, Libra. This is it. I'm going to call it. This is your reading for October. Very, very nice indeed. If you're resonating with this, but you'd like to get something that's a little bit more, a reading that's much more tailored to your specific situation, you want to go further in depth to what your situation is, or how to go about seizing this opportunity, or you'd like more clarity, then of course the best way to do that is always to book a private reading. And you can do that with the link at the top of your screen. But for right now, my lovely Libras, I'm going to call it for October. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share. All of that helps my channel to grow. And you'll get notified of all my videos. I upload regularly. I upload for all the signs. And I will see you mid-October for the mid-month love check-in. Take care.